All right, we're out live. All right,
we're live.
Good
Sorry
morning.
about that. I was like, hey, here you go.
I thought we had a countdown. What happened?
We do. This is an intro, though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Niles Binghauser with Tek Stop, and we got San Martin as well. We got some good news for you. Some things happening with technology in the tech world and chief twits and all sorts of fun stuff. So we'll be right back.
This is how you take care of your tweeps.
yeah.
Let's go.
Welcome to Tek Stop's Tech Talk with your host, Niles Binghauser.
Alrighty.
And here we are, man. This is one of the biggest weeks for Tech Talk. Oh my gosh. And I was actually so happy that in your email, you're just like, let's go ahead and do a little bit of tech news. And I'm like, yes. Without further ado, man, take it away, bro.
Yeah. So a lot of you may not care about this. Maybe you're interested, or you just like to have some good laughs about all the drama around it. But Elon Musk has finally acquired Twitter. The deal is closed. For $44 billion.
That's insane. Some people were like, oh, can you buy stocks? And like, no, he bought them all. He bought all the stocks, right?
I think so. Yeah. I don't follow stocks too closely, so I'm not sure if he took it private.
Yeah.
But my understanding is at least I think it's his one of his companies has the majority shares at least. So he controls it basically.
This is one of the coolest things ever. I mean, I don't know, the twits out there are going wild with a lot of information. So what is it that makes this like cool?
Well, okay, so it's kind of a weird space because Twitter is a private company, right? But there's a lot of discussion and debate, and we won't pick a side here, but there's a lot of politics involved with free speech and stuff like that.
Not here.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of people care about it, though. Is that it's such a large platform, and even though it's a private company, it's a big presence online. So you can kind of sway news and stuff, and so people are concerned about who's controlling it.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, I'm just like, it's just hard. It's just a hard freaking conversation because one, politics really don't serve me. At the same time, it obviously does run and dictate a lot of things that are happening currently right now.
Oh, yeah. And
so to kind of step away and be the outside person looking in and also scrolling down Twitter. Oh my gosh, this is out of control. I mean, I have no clue what is going on, but people will be like, let's test this out real quick. And so people are just like one right after another of all the things that were silenced, and everybody's like sitting there like, oh, I wonder how far we could go. And the chief twit is actually running down on most of it. He's like doubling down. He goes, I think the latest one was this is a lie. And it was a headline from
New York Times.
The New York Times or something like that. He goes, I didn't say this. Oh man, I don't know what to say about it. Yeah, that is actually pretty.
If you want a good laugh, just go check out Elon Musk's Twitter feed. For a CEO of these big corporations, he's pretty blunt.
He's definitely blunt, and he has no fear whatsoever, which is really awesome, because I feel like in today's like society and the things that we're running through right now currently, it's like wow, like wow. So anyways,
but so some good news with this that I think everyone will appreciate. That if you use Twitter, you'll know there's a lot of spam bots out there that either they're just trying to push ads on you or they're trying to scam you or whatever. He has doubled down saying he's going to deal with those. Because Twitter notoriously hasn't been great at like blocking and banning these bots. So that's good. He's in the technology space. I think he probably will do a great job with that with his team.
Did you see that one? He's like, I got an email from the CEO, and I'm just trying to figure out who the CEO is at this place.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, this is out of control. He goes, did you see the email that I got? I actually literally got this email, and it was an email of what were they talking about?
It was please do your management training. Like
You have 30 days to finish this.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, what a crazy story and a time to be alive in. And I'm telling you what, there's so much going around in our communities and also online communities. Like this is sometimes it's stressful to read some of this stuff. So I mean, with me and my tech like lifestyle and like life that I live in, it's really freaking easy for me to be like bypass, and then I actually acknowledge some stuff, but I don't take it in too much in order for me to lose my cool. Yeah. What else do we got, my friend?
Next, update your browser. So in particular, Google Chrome has released another big update that's a security update. So it's really important, update right away. But it doesn't necessarily just affect Google Chrome because you're most likely using a browser built on the same code. Mm-hmm. So that includes the new Microsoft Edge, Opera, let me see. There's a bunch of others. If you're using Firefox, that is not Chromium-based, so that's a separate thing. I think Firefox might be the only one nowadays. So anyway, so do your updates. Make sure to don't ignore those when it says, hey, you need to restart your browser to do an update. Get it done that day.
Yeah, and sometimes people are just like, Eric is one of those guys like, don't do it. Don't do it. And it's sometimes like, makes you can see it on the computer right there. Update, please. And I'm really good at that. I actually really like to go ahead and update all of my stuff. And I think it conscientiously is just because the platforms themselves are always trying to keep ahead of the hackers and the spam bots and all these things that are infiltrating because they're not sleeping. They're not sleeping on their job. And so their job is to go ahead and actually get somebody linked and cooked, and it's just like awful because you don't know what is really going on. Like countless amount of times, I'm going to say it again, is that you get emails and they're just like, oh, we would love to go ahead and be a part of XYZ, and you're just like, wow, that sounds like an amazing offer because I need content on the Prescott Times. And so,
when they offer to write a free article for it,
and I never engaged with that conversation because the last time I did that, they actually linked in and said, "Okay, he's a catch." And so, next thing you know, email after email after email, and I'm like, "Where in the heck is this going from?" So, I had to go ahead and fix it and like cancel out that IP address that was sending me all of those emails at once. And it was pretty easy because I got a pretty cool team. But man, I never want that.
And I think that's a great example of why we have to be so careful with scams, because I get those all the time too. Like, hey, I want to they give me like a summary, like, hey, I want to write about this topic for you. Would you be interested? And it seems legitimate. I'll admit, back in my early days running the business, I accepted their offer, and I'm to this day I'm not really sure what their goal was, but it's clearly a scam of some sort. Because nobody gives anything for nothing to get nothing.
I think there might be a code inside of what they send you.
I think so.
Yeah, and in that case, it actually it installs an HTML code that could literally take over your freaking website and use it as a spam bot.
Take over your website, infect your computer. They could do all sorts of things. So, and it was written by a person because I had a dialogue with them. It wasn't a bot like you're usually, encounter. So, be wary out there. If something sounds too good to be true, like free content for your news site, it's probably not good.
Do not take the offer. Do not take the offer. Anything that sounds too good to be true is technically too good to be true. Unless we're giving away things here on the Prescott Times morning show. We like giving away stuff there.
Oh yeah. You know who we are. So
that's the best part about it. What else do we got, my friend?
All right. Well, next thing is I do want to make sure that you and your friends and your family are going to be there December 14th. You know what's happening December 14th?
Let's hear about it.
All right. So we're going to do a family workshop on how you and your family can be safe online. During the holiday season, you're really busy. You got a lot on your plate, right? The scammers know that. So it's never a better time to make sure you're aware of things that you need to be doing to keep yourself safe, avoid identity fraud, identity theft, fraud, when you're doing your online shopping, things of that nature. So it's going to be December 14th at the Launchpad in Prescott on 6th Street. It'll be upstairs, 9 in the morning. So hopefully that'll work out for you guys. But if you just visit our Tek Stop Facebook page, we've got the event posted there, and you'll see us talking about it a lot. So just go there, register, and then we'll send you some reminders so you don't forget in the busy time.
That's a big deal. I mean, ultimately, this is the year to go ahead and get involved with that, especially with all the tech stuff that's going on, all the apps that are going on, all the apps that your kids could actually encounter. I mean, there's so much stuff that you guys need to learn as families and be in it together. I mean, it's a big deal.
And I do want to mention, so we are doing it in partnership with Step Up for Kids. They're a local nonprofit that helps new families and new parents kind of cope with that. They call it the fourth trimester type of area of your life. So you definitely come out to not only learn, but also help support a local charity.
It's a huge deal, man. And I thank you for all you do. If there's anything that you want to follow up with, let's do it right now. What else you got?
Yeah. Well, that's all I've got right now. We'll be keeping an eye on the news, see how Elon Musk
can't wait
handles Twitter.
I can't wait because I actually really like this news. It's something that is like really entertaining to me because everybody's like tripping out. What is the best way to unsubscribe emails?
That is a great question. Yeah, so let's talk about that. So if you get an email from a legitimate source, like my emails, for instance, you're on a newsletter, you're like, I don't want to subscribe anymore. You can hit unsubscribe at the bottom of the email. You're good to go. Scammers, though, will put a fake unsubscribe button, and if you click that, you might actually be getting yourself in more trouble than trying to help. Honestly,
can you cancel it at the email itself, right?
Like, so if you use Gmail, you can. Yeah. So if you Gmail has a thing, they have a separate like unsubscribe where they will submit it for you. So that's pretty good. Or just mark it as junk. Yeah, mark it as spam, mark it as junk. I think the only downside is if at some point you decide you do want those emails, you'd have to go find them. But
you don't want them.
I mean, typically, if you're unsubscribing,
if they ain't come from any of your friends, family, or people that we actually said, hey, email us, they're not your friends.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
not your friends.
So yeah, I think reporting as spam or reporting phishing is going to be your best bet, because if you don't know who it's coming from, you're kind of risking it if you click on that link.
It's risque. Everything's risque online. So make sure you follow Tek Stop for all of your information. If you guys want to go ahead and call them and ask them any more questions, look below, 928-583-4454, or you guys can come out on December 14th.
Yeah, hope to see you there.
Yeah, with that, I'm out of here. I'll see you later, my friend.
See ya.